So we all know that Westbrook has been trying to get some revenge on Kevin Durant after him leaving to go to the Warriors. So of course the Thunder picked up Paul George this year, but we also put another trade in the books. We put Klay Thompson onto the Oklahoma City Thunder to give Westbrook that chance of beating Kevin Durant and the Warriors, and I actually think this might be possible. Looking at this team, it is so good. We got Westbrook, Paul George, and Klay Thompson, as well as Enes Kanter and Steven Adams. And then looking at the Warriors, they got Steph, Durant, Green, and then Iguodala is their next best player. So I really think the Thunder have a great chance at beating the Warriors now if they were to pick up Klay. And we're actually going to find that out here today. Going to be playing as the Thunder and going to be seeing if we can win a championship with them and actually beat the Warriors and have Westbrook win the championship he's been meaning to want, as well as Paul George. Klay Thompson already has his championship. He just wants to win a few more as well. So let's see what's actually going to go down, guys. We're going to hop right into the season here and see if we could win with the Thunder. Going to do a few seasons with them, maybe 2 or 3 seasons, just to see if they can win multiple. If they don't win the first one, maybe win in the second season. Anyways, let's start this thing up. Alright, so we're coming to the end of the season here. As you can see, the Thunder are in second place. Don't know if they're going to get that first seed. They take the L the last game, so they're going to get the second seed. Warriors still going to get that first seed. Russell Westbrook gets the MVP though, averaging another triple-double. Lonzo Ball Rookie of the Year like it always is. Rudy Gay 6th man. Hassan Whiteside won Defensive Player this time. Nikola Jokic Most Improved. And Tyronn Lue actually got Coach of the Year, 59 and 23, which I think tied that Warriors record this year as well. They got the same record. Westbrook making the All-NBA first team. Is there anybody on the second team? We got Kevin Durant. He's not on our squad though. Thunder, and then Paul George is on the All-NBA third team, so that's pretty good. Anybody on the defensive teams? Westbrook on the All-NBA defensive second team. And let's just hop right into the playoffs here. So looking at OKC, we are actually the second seed in the playoffs. If we go right over to the standings here, obviously Golden State came up on top, barely beating out OKC, ended up getting the same record as the Rockets. They got a really good team. Just James Harden and Chris Paul, though. OKC definitely better. I mean, they got 3 players over a 90 now. The Warriors still only with 2. Draymond Green didn't go up in any overalls at all. But the Timberwolves also made it. Clippers, Nuggets, Spurs, and Pelicans all made it into the playoffs. And in the East, we have Cleveland up on top, 59 and 23, tied the Warriors record. And then 76ers, Raptors, Knicks, Hornets, Wizards, Bulls, Bucks all made it. Celtics didn't make it in the playoffs. They never make it in these 2K simulations. I don't know what it is. They got a really good team. Isaiah Thomas just isn't too good on 2K for some reason. They do have Gordon Hayward now as well. We're going to hop right into the playoffs and see how we end up doing. Also, looking at the stats, Russell Westbrook is on top of that leaderboard with the stats, and I mean, Paul George, Klay Thompson's kind of high up there, 20 points per game. Paul George didn't quite get 20 points, but let's jump right into these playoffs now. First round against the Spurs. Let's see if OKC can take it. They're down 2-0. They're down 3-0. 3-1. Can they come back? And they've been eliminated by the Spurs in the first round, which is kind of disappointing. I think they would win that in real life. Like, look at their team. Westbrook, Thompson, and Paul George only had 10 points. Are you kidding me? The Spurs ended up beating them. Aldridge, like, this was such a low-scoring game, too. Just with well, it wasn't low-scoring. Just some of the players didn't score too much. Westbrook did pretty good. But other than that, pretty low-scoring game for the rest of the Thunder offense. Didn't do too good at all. So we're going to go into the next season. We're just going to see who ends up winning this here. If the Warriors will actually end up winning it. Which, I mean, the Rockets are probably going to win. Yep, the Rockets win. 2K loves the Rockets in these simulations. They always win. Harden and Chris Paul is like an unstoppable duo. I don't know how the Hornets ended up making it. that's kind of like this simulation was terrible. We're going to head into next season, see if we can maybe add a few more players to make our team even better. But let's jump right in the next season and see how we can do. Alright, so we are back with season number 2 with Klay Thompson on the team. We weren't able to make or sign any other players just because the Thunder are way over their salary cap. They're $56 million over, so couldn't offer any contracts to any free agents. Chris Paul did go into free agency, but he signed back with the Rockets, so they're going to have another really good team. We should be able to beat them, though. Like, they're not that good a team. I don't know why 2K keeps making us lose to them, so we should be able to win this year. We got Westbrook, Paul George, and Klay Thompson back on the squad. I mean, this should be a championship team. They're all over 90 overall. We also have Enes Kanter and Steven Adams improving. We got a really good backup as well. We got Patrick Patterson, Doug McDermott. I mean, we really got really good backup players. Ended up picking up Jalen Hands from the draft, I guess. So that's actually pretty good as well. Hopefully he can do some good for us. And let's just hop right into the season, though. Gonna see you guys again in the playoffs. See if we can improve our record. Maybe get that first seed and make it to the NBA Finals this year. Let's find out, though. Alright, so jumping into the end of the season again, we ended up going 51-31. Rockets got the best seed again. I'll show you that after, though. Russell Westbrook gets an MVP again. And we're just going to go through the awards here. Russell Westbrook, though, getting 3 MVPs back to back to back. Let's get it. Let's advance into the next season, though. We got Russell Westbrook on that All-NBA first team. Come on, I don't care about no rookie teams. Let's go the second team. Third team, we got Paul George on the third team. Who else do we have? We have Klay Thompson. He didn't get anything, though. I mean, you got some really good players in the guard position. So let's just hop right into these playoffs. Houston gets that first seed. Minnesota with a second seed. And it's OKC versus Golden State for the first round in the playoffs. And of course, you know, Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, and Draymond Green are on that team. But going over to the standings, Houston Rockets up on top. I don't know how they're doing so good. Like, their team's not that good. I don't get how, like, 2K loves it. They love them. The Timberwolves, I think, should be better than them as well. They got Jimmy Butler, Karl Anthony Towns, Andrew Wiggins, Jeff Teague. Like, that's a crazy squad. OKC should be better than the Rockets. Russell Westbrook, I think, could match up very well against Chris Paul. I think he could beat him. And then you got Klay Thompson up against James Harden. And you got Paul George. Nobody can cover Paul George on the Rockets. He would just go off. And then in the East, Cleveland is still up on top in the East. The Celtics end up making the playoffs. The Raptors didn't make it this year. Kind of surprising there. But it is what it is. We're going to hop right into these playoffs and see if OKC can beat the Warriors right here. We got the better seed, but the Warriors go up 1-0. It's 1-1. Come on. Give us the 2-1, 3-1. Give us that 3-1 and then the victory. There we go. We move on against the Warriors. That's what we wanted to see. And look at this right here. Simulate current round. Denver moved on against the Rockets. The Rockets finally taking an L. And against a mediocre team they're losing to. I mean, this is still a really good team. Kenneth Faried, Paul Millsap, and Nikola Jokic is still a really good squad. But some of the top teams are out now. The Rockets are out. The Warriors are out. Minnesota ends up moving on. And that is our next competition. And why are the Hornets so good? Why are they so good? How are they beating the Cleveland Cavaliers with Kemba Walker and Dwight Howard? Just doesn't make any sense. Let's see if we can beat the Timberwolves, though. They go up 2-1. It's 3-1. And OKC has been eliminated yet again. This time by the Timberwolves, which I think is actually something that could happen in real life. I mean, it's a really good matchup, so at least we didn't lose to the Rockets again, or the Clippers, or the Jazz even. And it's going to be Denver versus Minnesota in the Western Conference Finals. 76ers end up beating the Hornets, which is good. I don't want the Hornets making it to the championship yet again. Let's simulate this round. It is going to be Timberwolves versus Philly, and the Timberwolves should... Okay, Philly ends up winning. Markelle Fultz gets MVP. He's an 87 overall now. Let's check out their team. They got Derrick Rose, Dario Saric, JJ Redick, Joel Embiid, Markelle Fultz, Robert Covington. They got a really good all-around team. There's no poor players. I think the lowest overall player on their team is a 74 overall, but he didn't play. So 77 overall is just their lowest overall player. So just an all-around really good team. Ends up beating the Timberwolves, and we're going to try to go one more season, see if we can get Westbrook this ring. I mean, we did come back and beat the Warriors, which was the main goal. We ended up beating Kevin Durant. That was Westbrook's main goal, and now we just got to win this championship, though. Gonna see what happens next season. See if maybe we can make a trade, because clearly this team isn't working out too much. Maybe we can trade for like a different power forward or something like that. See if that helps us out, but I'll see you in the next season. Okay, so we're into the next season, and as you can see, we got a really nice pickup this season. We actually ended up trading Steven Adams for Andre Drummond. I mean, Andre Drummond's a crazy good player, so he's going to be a great addition to our squad, and he's still pretty young. So we got him on the team. Westbrook only has 1 year left in his contract, as well as Klay Thompson. We got Andre Drummond for 2 years, so this should be our year to win, though. Like, look at this team. This is like the Warriors squad they have right now. You got a 97 overall Russell Westbrook, a 92 overall Paul George, a 90 overall Klay Thompson, and an 86 overall Andre Drummond. So let's jump into the season. Hopefully we can get this first seed, and hopefully we can win this year finally. Hopefully we can beat some of the better teams, but let's find out. So we're at the end of the third season, I believe we've simulated. James Harden gets the MVP this year, no longer Russell Westbrook. They got the best record. The Rockets, yet again, I don't know what it is. They're just a crazy team. And OKC ends up going 53-29. Marvin Bagley gets Rookie of the Year. Jeremy Lin, 6th man. Andre Drummond gets Defensive Player of the Year. That's our guy right there. He got average double-double with points and rebounds. And then Most Improved, I don't know how to say his name. And then John Smith, who's the coach for the Rockets, gets Coach of the Year, going 67-15. Westbrook didn't even make the All-NBA first team. We don't have anybody on there. Second team, not... Where's Westbrook at? How does Westbrook not make any of the teams? Paul George makes the third team, which is... I don't know about that. I don't know about that at all. Let's go check out the statistics. League leaders. Paul George, 18.2 points per game. Why was it so low scoring? The most points per game was by Jimmy Butler with 19.8. Why is that so low? That's just such a weird simulation this season. I don't know how that ended up happening at all, but it did. But looking over at our roster still, we still got the squad up here. Russell Westbrook, Paul George, Klay Thompson, and Andre Drummond. He's going up a few overalls. And then John Lewis, our starting power forward. But we're going to hop right in the playoffs here. We are the second seed, facing off against the Nuggets, who I don't think really have that good of players. We can't really check right here. It should be an easy win for OKC right here, though. We go down 1-0. Okay, 1-1. Better be 2-1. 3-1. 3-1, and we win. There we go. We moved on. The Cleveland Cavaliers end up moving on. Finally, something making sense. The Celtics move on, and the Magic move on. Who does the Magic have? If it even lets me see that. Can we go over to the Magic? Okay. Okay, their team's improving a bit. Still not the best team. They end up getting out of the first round. And then for for the West, the Rockets move on. The Timberwolves, that's good. We don't have to face any of those guys until the finals. So we're up against the Trailblazers, which should be an easy 4-0. Or not. It's all tied up. And they're up. Are you kidding me? How did they beat us? Zach Collins, CJ McCollum. Okay, they still have Damian Lillard, but still, how do they end up beating us? We were up 2-0, and then they just got 4 games in a row. The Rockets end up winning 4-0. Cleveland moves on, so let's simulate the rest of the playoffs. And it's Cleveland and the Rockets and the Cavaliers win the championship. And I don't know if we should do one more season here just to see if we can win. We're getting so unlucky. Like, we have the best team in the game right now. Like, look at this squad. How do we even lose? but it is what it is. I'm going to try to get one more season with these guys all on the same team, but I'll see you guys next season. So we're in the final season to try and win a NBA championship here with the Thunder. Russell Westbrook gets that MVP, doesn't average a triple-double though. Nick Johnson, Rookie of the Year. Marcus All, Sixth Man. Mohamed Bamba, Defensive Player. Kyrie Irving, Most Improved. And John Smith gets that Coach of the Year. The Rockets still up on top. Here we go though, All-NBA first team. Russell Westbrook ends up making it. Second team, we got nobody. Third team, we got nobody as well. Of course, we still have our 4 players. We got Westbrook, Paul George, Klay Thompson, and Andre Drummond. How have we not won yet with them? I mean, they're such good players. This is our last year to do it with them. We're just going to try it one more time and see if we can win a championship. If we can't, it's just not meant to be. Up against the Warriors in the first round. Already down 3-0. Okay, 3-1. 3-2. And we've been eliminated in the first round to the Golden State Warriors, who, of course, they just have... Okay, they still have their top 3 guys. Draymond Green is just did terrible for some reason. Steph Curry and Kevin Durant playing pretty good still, though. And we lose first round to the Warriors, and the hopes for OKC are all over. Let's see who's going to end up winning this. Are the Warriors going to get it? The Cavaliers win it back to back. So Cleveland has won it twice in the past 2 years, obviously back to back. We did, what, 4 seasons? Cleveland won twice, and I believe the Rockets won twice as well. I'm not completely sure. Is there any way we can check that? Last year's standings. That was last year. Anyways, guys, there we go. We weren't able to win a championship with OKC 4 seasons. I think we should have won a few times. It's just 2K kind of screwed us over. But there you go, guys. Klay Thompson isn't able to help OKC win a championship. If you did enjoy the video, though, smash that like button. Check out my social media down below. And, of course, if you aren't already, subscribe to the channel. This has been your boy Smequle, and I will see you next time. Peace.